If you haven't heard, the inventory for homes in North Idaho is a little low. There's people that are moving here expecting to just be able to find a house, and they're not so lucky. So today we are going to be talking to one of the biggest developers in North Idaho. Stay tuned. This episode is sponsored by Heritage Home Loans, located here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. If you need financing to get your dream home here in North Idaho, make sure you give them a call. Hey guys, welcome to Living Life North Idaho, where we talk about all things North Idaho, including what it takes to get a home here. If this is something you're interested in learning more about, make sure you tap the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so that way every time we come out with a new video, you get notified. And if you are serious about moving here, make sure you give us a call, shoot us an email. We love talking to people who want to move here because really, this is kind of the best place to live ever. So today with me, we are talking to Tina Thompson of Architerra, and Architerra is the largest residential developer in North Idaho. They have the largest land holdings getting ready for development. And so I figured if we're gonna talk about what it takes to get a house here, she's probably the one to talk to. Now, what I love about Architerra homes is the moment you walk in, they are big, they are bright, and they are beautiful. They have very open, spacious floor plans where even if you're in a home that's only 2,000 square feet, you feel like it would be 3,000 square feet. All of their materials look and feel quality. They are quality. And honestly, I don't think I could design a house any better than this. So even though they build them as spec homes, they feel very much like something that I myself would build. So Tina?
Well said.
Thank you. And just so you know, this is not a paid program for Architerra.
But he might buy one of our homes at some point.
I might end up buying one of these. They're pretty awesome, as you can see from the footage that I showed you. So thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with what happened in 2020 for Architerra. What was that like?
You're going to make us relive it.
Yes.
It was actually an excellent year. I think anyone in real estate and anyone living in our area knows what a draw there is to our area. I think we've been discovered and the secret's out and we can't hide it anymore.
Okay.
And we're happy to share our area with new residents. So the trouble that created, the only downside to this at this point is that there are so many folks looking for homes, our locals, folks moving here from out of state. Mm-hmm. And so 2020 really became the year of the demand for inventory. And builders have been trying to answer the call to that. So
Gotcha.
We started off in a great position this time last year. Going into it, we're so blessed. We have, as you mentioned, a great amount of land to develop on. And we have the infrastructure in. We've got plenty of runway ahead of us to continue to deliver product. But we wanted to do it in a responsible manner without sacrificing our quality and our timelines and the experience of building a home with us. And so 2020 has been the year where we had to kind of step back and look at how we do business and find a way to continue to do exactly what we've done so well and answer the call to the market for inventory. So we have been working on taking a look at how we build and what we're building and making sure that we can continue to keep product out there to the community to purchase in the future.
So to simplify that for you, stuff got real. It got really crazy. It sounds like, but what I hear you saying is that Architerra didn't cut corners. They didn't try to figure out a way, how can we come out with more and more homes because the demand is there. Architerra has very, very high quality in their builds. And hopefully from the video that I showed you opening up this, that you saw that. Yeah. So what is Architerra doing to adapt to this ever-increasing demand for homes?
So we're continuing to do what we know to do best. And so our new, I wouldn't say it's actually new, we've always built spec homes and pre-sold homes. And when a lot of buyers think of new construction, they think of coming to a builder, picking a home, picking a lot, coming into the design center and personalizing that home and making it theirs, and then we build it. What that creates is a very long timeline from when the time you initially sit down and meet with us until when the home is delivered. It can seem like a long time, 10 to 11 months, most likely. In order for us to deliver the most amount of inventory that we can to this market, which we've already established we need, we have decided to build our homes as spec homes. So what we have been very busy doing is pre-planning what floor plans we're building, what lots we're building them on, and we are pre-designing everything for you. So from your flooring to your countertops to your cabinet design, we are predetermining all of that, and we are getting those homes through permitting. We are getting them in the ground, and then we are getting them to framing. Once we get that to that stage, then we're releasing them to the public for sale, which makes it so much easier for you to plan your move here, and a shorter timeline in essence.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I know some of you are probably listening to this going, wait, I'm gonna buy a brand new home and I don't get to decide what goes into that home. I just have to buy it as is. That's one way to look at it. But another way to look at it is you can focus on getting your family up here, on moving here and enjoying life, because you're not gonna have what we like to call in the industry decision paralysis. Where basically, because you walk in and there's so many different options. And if you're anything like me, that can create a little bit of overwhelm and anxiety. And oh my gosh, what if I don't like this? Oh my gosh, am I making the wrong decision? It's done for you. And these decisions are based on, it's done professionally by the designer who's been doing it 20 years.
Or more. And I have to tell you, I got a little sneak peek this morning as to what some of those designs will be as we move forward, and they are incredible. I know
Joanna Gaines-esque.
She's got some competition.
Okay.
No, but they're beautiful. I think we want to focus on something timeless. That could, stand a lot of the trends. So you want to border a little bit on trendy, but you also want to create something that is timeless. That everybody's style is a little bit different, and so our goal is to create something that you can decorate around, but give you a great base to start with. And they have some beautiful options.
And honestly, I, over the last few years, have been going to the model homes ever since they started building in this area, and I have never walked into an Architerra home and went, no, everything is like, oh my gosh, that looks really awesome. Now, this is obviously subjective. I have my own opinions on things, but I've been in a lot of homes. As I've said in previous videos, I was a technician for a cable company and an alarm company. I've been in thousands of homes in this area, and they always stand out as being really well done. So I would not let that deter you. Yes, demand has limited some of the options, but ultimately I think what you end up getting, it's based on the most popular choices and by a designer who's been doing it for 20 plus years. So you don't have to go on Etsy, you don't have to go on Pinterest and go, oh my gosh, this looks so good. You can spend your time at the lake, spend your time on the ski hill, and you don't have to go into all that. So
take the stress out of it.
Take the stress out of it. It makes it, it's kind of almost turnkey. Focus on the furniture and the rugs and things like that. So here's a big question that I'm sure everyone is wondering. What does it look like? Say they give us a call and go, Trent, we want to get set up with an Architerra home. What does that process actually look like real world?
So what to expect is find a way of communication with us. Because right now we are, like I said, our goal is to consistently get product out into the community for purchase. We do have a structured way of doing that because we do have quite a few communities. And so what we're doing right now is as we gain product to offer to the market, we would like to communicate that to buyers.
Okay.
So we've got a communication list going via email. You can sign up with us on our website or with one of our agents. Let us know who you're working with as well so we can keep them informed. And as we start to get product in our neighborhoods, we will let everyone know what that is. And at that time, we'll have pricing. You'll be able to see the floor plan. The beautiful thing about Architerra is that we have 3D virtual tours, Matterport tours of all of our homes. So if you aren't here to make that decision, you basically get that in-person feel from these.
That's
so you
helpful.
can give yourself a virtual tour through the home. And then we'll also have design boards so you'll know exactly what those selections are in the home. So like I mentioned, wall color, trim color, tile, everything will already be in a document, so to kind of help you get a good idea of what you're purchasing.
Awesome.
And it's really simple with us. I would like to say that we are super proud of how simple we make it to purchase a home from us. And so we only ask for $5,000 in earnest money, which if we choose your offer, then that becomes an option for you to put your $5,000 in earnest money down. And that's all you come out of pocket with until we close on the house.
That's awesome.
For planning purposes, I would just say once we do release the homes, since they are at framing when we release them for sale, they should be done within 5 or 6 months of that time frame. And at Drywall, we're able to give you a closing date, so we can dial that in a little bit more for you, and then you can start making your plans to move in.
Got it. Okay. Now, the big question, the maybe bigger than the one I just asked.
Okay.
What is about the price and what do they get? And I think let's start with this home.
Okay.
Now I know you mentioned that this model, they're not going to be continuing this one.
This one's not for sale.
Not for sale. But to give you an idea, since I'm showing this one off and you can see the quality of the fixtures and the materials used and the layout, what would a house like this cost?
I would probably plan for this neighborhood to be around $500,000.
Okay.
This home is just a little over 2,200 square feet. It is very much a standard product for us. So another beautiful thing about Architerra is when you walk through one of these homes, you can expect this is what you get. There's not the mystery number of how many upgrades am I going to have to put into this house to make it something where I want to stay for a good amount of time. Our homes tend to be homes where you make life happen. And so you tend to look at the longevity of that house and you don't want to have to be doing upgrades to that home. And so that's kind of the niche that we found in our markets. Our neighborhoods are very livable. They are, the home designs are also very comfortable. And so for this home, for example, as you saw in the earlier video, this is very much a standard for us. So I would plan for around $500,000 in Foxtail. We build the same homes over in the Trails in Coeur d'Alene, which tend to be closer to $600,000. And then we also have product in Woodbridge South, a little bit to the west of us, and that product is closer to about $400,000. So we really truly have something for everybody.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's some people that have heard about North Idaho and the affordability and just how cheap everything is. Yes, that has changed. There has been
There's some demand.
There's some demand, and it's been building, which might get some people going, gosh, am I going to be buying at the top of the market? Now, that's a decision you have to make. But we up here, just based on last year, we really thought that 2021 was going to be slowing down. It really hasn't. It's still every day getting calls, meeting people saying, yeah, I just moved here from out of town. I'm looking for a house. And so I know that's a real concern. It's a concern for me. I mentioned before that I'm in a rental right now. I sold my house a couple years ago, but realistically, I don't really see that happening. Now, that's just my opinion, but there's so many people. The secret of North Idaho is out and people are moving here. And so really, if you're gonna get a house, I think that
get a new construction house.
Right now the inventory is very, very low. And that's why I wanted to talk to you guys, is because you're building houses, you have plans to build more houses. So I think that getting on the list, maybe it's a little bit longer than what you were hoping for, but starting that process today gets you in a home a lot sooner than waiting and hoping things start changing, because what we can tell, it's February now.
We don't know what the rest of the year will do.
Yeah. And usually this is our really slow time, and it's still kind of crazy.
It's so crazy. It hasn't slowed down like our normal seasonal adjustments have happened. It just hasn't been that way this year at all.
Yeah. So for those who are gonna wait, are they a host? Are they completely?
No. Don't wait.
Don't wait.
If you want a house now, please just go for it. But no, it's not too late. We, like you mentioned before, we do have a large holding of development land. And we are super blessed to be able to continue to develop our product, expand our product, and really answer the call for what the market's looking for. And so we tend to reevaluate every couple of years the floor plans that we're building. Of course, we're always looking to the future as well. It takes time to develop these neighborhoods, to come up with concepts, and we want livable neighborhoods. So we're always looking to kind of develop something that has the open spaces and kind of develop our product a little bit more to whatever the market's asking for. And so we do have more neighborhoods coming on. As I mentioned, we have the Trails in Coeur d'Alene, and we have Foxtail here in Post Falls, as well as Woodbridge South and Post Falls, just a little bit more to the west. But we have more coming online. So we have a great new neighborhood called the Parkland, which is here in Post Falls, adjacent to Foxtail.
Okay.
We're hoping to have that out this, probably I'd say midsummer.
Okay.
Different product than what we're building here. So again, something for everybody. Woodbridge still has some homes left, but we're going to start kind of wrapping that up and really focusing on Parkland. So we will continue to have something for everyone. And then further down the line, we have the Enclave and the Trails. We have Cortair over in, it's kind of like the Post Falls, Coeur d'Alene line. So it's just, again, a couple minutes away. So we will have plenty to offer.
Awesome.
So I just say keep in touch with us.
Yeah, so it is kind of crazy right now. There is competition, but it's not like, oh my gosh, if you come up here, you're just not going to be able to find a place. No. There is a little bit of a waiting line, but I think personally, in my opinion, I've lived in several homes in this area, and Architerra is some pretty good quality homes. I really like them. Yeah.
That's our goal. That's what we want you to feel and see when you walk in. So that's
awesome.
Perfect.
Tina, thank you so much for being on the show. And for you guys, thank you for watching my videos. If this is something that you are enjoying, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and more importantly, shoot us an email, a text, a call if you are wanting to move here. We love helping people get set up because this place is rad. And until the next video, guys, I'll see you later.